Many Nigerians who live here for Europe travel across the Sahara Desert and Mediterranean Sea. The passage that usually lasts several weeks can last many months, and there is risk of being injured or dying along the route. Most people think that it would be different for them and that they would be able to make it. But that is not the case. About half of the people we interviewed at the same time as you believe they would be able to reach Europe if they wanted to, and almost all who say so also believe that their asylum application would be accepted. This figure shows what people think would happen to them. The blue image represents arrive in Europe and asylum is accepted. The red image represents arrive in Europe and asylum is not accepted. The black image represents do not make it to Europe. You can see from the number of blue images that most people think they will be able to make it and be granted asylum. But we know that is not true. The next figure shows how many Nigerians that follow land actually make it to Europe. The blue image represents arrive in Europe and asylum is accepted. The red image represents arrive in Europe and asylum is not accepted. The black image represents do not make it to Europe. As you can see, most people never reach Europe. They might die, get stuck in Niger or Libya, or return to Nigeria. Very few are granted asylum. The Mediterranean route connecting Libya to Malta and Italy is one of the deadliest borders worldwide. Many who made the journey said they had seen someone die along the route. People die from sickness, accidents, hunger, and lack of water. Many unknown others are murdered or drowned in the sea. This route also records many disappearances. The IOM suggests that since 2014, more than 12,000 people have been lost at sea on this route. From 2018 to early 2020, most migrants crossing the central Mediterranean Sea were intercepted in Libyan waters and returned to Libya. Between January and September 2021, 25,428 people were intercepted and many of them detained. In 2020, over 14,000 Nigerians applied for asylum in Europe, and only around 14% were allowed to stay. Most Nigerians are not allowed to stay. Remember, we are not trying to tell you what to do. We just want you to have what we honestly think is the best available information on what happens.